Good morning. Well, so what happened this morning? I woke up at 5 and I was thinking, whew, I need to do a walk this morning, but I can't be bothered. It's like, but you gotta do it. I was going, I know, but I could just sit down, relax, and do a bit of reading like I do most mornings. So it was a kind of 50-50 mindset. And this is something I want to bring to your attention today. Now, this is very deep, and not a lot of people would get this. And I understand because it is so deep, right? And I'm going to share something with you. It's something I spoke about last week at my mastermind. And this is really, really important for me and probably you as well, because there's so many viewers that have these issues and they don't know how to address it. They don't know how to come to terms with it and realize what it actually is. And it's so I literally have two personalities. Okay, there's literally two parts of me. There's a young guy who's been through basically a bit of a very hard bringing up actually, and had never done anything in his early days of his life because he lived in fear of the person that he was growing up. Okay, uneducated, growing up with no parents and moving from pillar to post and stuff like that with different family members and so on. Like there's so many people out there who went through this shit. But anyway, there's this little insecure guy inside me, right, who really can, come to this stage in my life at any time and just drag me down to the person that he makes me feel like, which is very insecure and unwanted, blah blah blah. But again, the message, I don't want to get too deep with that, but the message is two different people. Okay, one, after reading Jim Quick's book, he's very into the psychology of understanding who you are and mindset, blah blah blah. And I've discovered that I have the person who is today, who is a growth mindset, who wants to fail to improve, whereas the other wee guy is a cartoon character version of me, right? And he's a little guy that doesn't want to speak up in class, that doesn't want to do anything to be noticed. He just wants to sit in the background and be insecure and just watch life come by. And then you have me, who has become ambitious and wants my second half of my life to be far better than the first. So I've got to take risks, I've got to do things out of my comfort zone, and that's why I join things like masterminds and do what I do today. So I spoke about this at my mastermind and I explained, because Anika, she's a sports psychologist, and she was talking about two characters, and it was my opportunity for me to go, I just learned that about myself. But at that moment when she was talking, I was getting nervous, and right at that moment I could feel that little insecure guy grabbing me back and basically saying to me, don't be speaking up. No one needs to know your story. That's in your own head. Just stay back in the comfort zone. Stay back, just sit back and do nothing like we used to do. So at that point, of course, the growth mindset is going, no, I need to speak up. I need to tell people this. I need to get my message out because other people need to know this, because there's so many people that have the same thing. And when they hear me talk about it, then they're going to realize themselves what it is. So again, I finally built up the courage, which took me a while because it's a battle all the time trying to overpower this thing in my head. Some people will get this and some people won't get it. I know it's very deep, but I just thought I would share it this morning because I'm out walking. I just thought, what, it's a big moment, and I'm sure there's people out there that feel the same, but they just don't understand it. They don't understand what's happening. So again, you can have something going on in your life that's having an effect on you later on. Like you might be responding differently later on in life and maybe be a bit confused, and why am I getting on like that? Because for me, I used to wonder, why is this happening to me? Like why do I not feel like I want to speak up when I'm in a room full of mastermind people who is basically there to encourage you and influence you and set the example and help you, You know, why would you not feel comfortable speaking up? And it's just like, you know, it's such an experience, and to understand it and to be able to talk about it last week was amazing. That's why I've just shared this story today. Hope I haven't bored you guys. It's just very deep, but there's so many people out there with similar situations going on in their head. So my message is to you is to challenge it, okay? When you feel like that, speak up. When you feel like that, stand up. When you feel like you want to do something, go and do it. Please go and do it, because there's so many people that get to the later on stages of their life when they're lying in their deathbeds and they live in regret. Please don't live in regret. Go chase your dreams.